My guest this morning on Jersey Magazine is the AARP New Jersey State Director, Chris Widelo. Chris, good morning. Before we get started, our listeners probably have either gotten an AARP mailer or are about to. For anybody who might not know what AARP does, tell us about the organization.
Well, if you're that rare person, AARP is a social mission organization. Basically, we are looking to help people live their lives as they age in a way with dignity and in the manner that they see fit. That we want to make life better for people, not just 50 plus, which is our age for membership, but for all people as they age, because we're all going to be there at some point.
Indeed, we are. And in fact, the month of August is the 90th anniversary of the start of Social Security. And that was one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. We're hearing a lot of talk that Social Security may be at risk. What are your thoughts on that?
Sure. Well, we know that AARP does have some issues coming up in the future, right? That we know that Congress will need to act if we want to make sure that Social Security continues to pay out 100% of the benefit that it does today. It's not going broke. It's not going bankrupt. Social Security will continue to function. There will likely, if nothing is done, if we cannot reach some agreement on how to keep Social Security moving forward, it will still pay roughly 80%, 85% of its current benefit. But we know that the Social Security Trust Fund will no longer have a surplus in the next, uh, you know, 2032, 2033. So we need Congress to certainly act to continue to make this the most successful program in our country's history. It is important to 96% of Americans today, no matter what their political affiliation, that they can count on that income that they have earned because they paid into that program for their lifetime of work.
Nearly one in five, in fact, New Jersey residents are currently collecting Social
Yeah.
Security. We hear talk of perhaps privatization of Social Security. What are the odds you think of that happening?
Yeah, I think for AARP, it's a non-starter. We do not support in any way the privatization of Social Security. It was a proposal, that came up, more than, two decades ago. And it was, it fell flat. I mean, people were just not willing to let Social Security, go the way of, the market, right? So, when there's good times in the stock market, people kind of say, well, shouldn't we privatize Social Security? But the reality is it is a rock solid form of retirement benefit. In 90 years, Social Security has never missed a payment, even during the economic downturn, during recessions. It continues to pay. It is reliable, and it can't be. Misfortune cannot erode away that benefit. That is a benefit that's paid into the Social Security Trust Fund and is paid out when you retire. So when it comes to things like privatization, we would certainly oppose it with everything we have.
One of the things that I'm not sure a lot of people know is that Social Security pumps a lot of money into the economy, specifically here in New Jersey. What are some of the ways that Social Security does that, Chris?
Yeah, so nationwide, it's hundreds of billions of dollars, but here in New Jersey, it's about $38.8 billion with a B, is pushed into the economy every single year because people on social that rely on Social Security, this isn't a benefit that anybody is going to get rich on. It certainly allows them to live a life out of poverty without Social Security. There are about 377,000 New Jerseyans that would find themselves in poverty each year if it wasn't for Social Security. So this money is being spent. They're paying their rent, they're paying their utilities, their property tax, going to the store for groceries and other goods. So that money that they receive in their Social Security benefit, which they've earned, is being pushed back into the economy as they spend it for their needs. And so there is a when you think about the benefit to the individual and what it does to keep them secure in their retirement, it also has a huge impact on the overall economy for New Jersey and every other state in this country.
I know Social Security can be a little confusing when you go to apply for it, depending upon how old you are and certain factors like that, when to retire, when the proper age is. How does AARP help with that process, Chris?
Sure. So on the AARP website, I believe it's aarp.org/social security. there are a great Q&A to find out about, what might make sense for you when it comes to collecting Social Security, because there is not one size fits all. People will have to make a decision on when it is best to file their claim, whether they want to retire early, as we say, or at the traditional age of retirement, which adjusts every few years. But it's definitely something where if you are approaching that time where you're thinking about retiring, that you can even go to the Social Security Administration to figure out what that benefit's going to look like for you, and what are the benefits of maybe waiting longer or going earlier. So it's something that we really do encourage everybody to do their homework. We do have some resources on our website to help that decision, but that is a real individual decision being made, because it is security.
Taking things away from Social Security for just a minute, getting into a little bit of your personal background, which I know contains sports, specifically lacrosse. Are you still coaching?
I do. I coach my children now, so it's a little bit of a change from coaching college for a number of years, and but it's a heck of a lot more rewarding. I can say that.
All right, Chris Widelo, the AARP New Jersey State Director. Thank you for your time this morning. And again, the website is aarp.org. I enjoyed speaking with you.
Thank you so much, Jim. Take care.